Hello and welcome to Universe Mode on WWE 2K22. So we kick off with the RAW brand, and the draft's been done. You'll see as you go through who's on what brand. And we're kicking off Universe Mode, the first episode of RAW, with a battle royal to decide the United States champions. So all title belts are vacated at the start, and we are going to crown brand new champions as we roll through Universe Mode. You can see the first entrant out here is Ricochet. The first entrant here, and obviously the first person on the Raw brand that you can see. So I can let you know some of the other contestants as we go through here. But we kick off with Ricochet, who's got to be one of the favourites for this Battle Royal. But here is Happy Corbin. He's in a good mood now, but will he be in a good mood at the end of the match? He here without Madcap Moss. So just to kind of explain, I am just running with current WWE wrestlers that are on the game. So no created wrestlers will enter at the start. And no released wrestlers either. So your Samoa Joes, Karrion Crosses, they are not involved in the draft. But who are involved in the draft are the NXT superstars. So, you know, your Roderick Strongs, your Tommaso Ciampas, all of these guys are involved in a Raw and SmackDown. They're the only two brands we're running with from the start. We're not having any NXT. We're just keeping it simple. Raw and SmackDown. Open champions, and we are going to crown a lot of new champions over the next few episodes. Out next is The Miz, and I think he'll be very keen to start his Universe Mode off with some gold around his waist. So I can let you know the main event of the show tonight, which we will also be running through, is a fatal four-way match to determine who will go to Money in the Bank and face Brock Lesnar for the WWE title. So Brock Lesnar is on Raw, and he has got a ticket straight to the title match at Money in the Bank. The fatal four-way match later on, we have Edge. We have got the almighty Ashley. We have got the phenomenal AJ Styles. And we have got Kevin Owens in a fatal four-way match. The winner of that goes on to Money in the Bank to face Brock Lesnar. Now here's Riddle. He got drafted to Raw alongside Orton, of course, as RK Bro. But Riddle is in this match, in the United States title match. Picked as one of the 8 contenders to take part here. So far we've got Ricochet, Happy Corbin, The Miz, and Riddle are the first 4 people in this match. Let me just go through the women's side of things. So again, another Money in the Bank match. That's what we're kind of all moving towards at the start here. Money in the Bank women's title match is a fatal four-way match. We've got Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Naomi, and Carmella, who are all former champions in real life, and those 4 will be competing to be the inaugural Raw Women's Champion. But here is Tommaso Ciampa. I mentioned NXT stars would be included in the draft, and Tommaso Ciampa is one of those, and he is on Monday Night Raw, looking pretty fearsome in that mask, and heard him making a swift move to the ring. Tommaso Ciampa is here, and he is the 5th member of this battle. We also have coming up, I'm going to run through kind of the highlights from the show as well. So I'm going to give you this match, I'm going to give you the main event, and I'm just going to run through the highlights as we get to them. We also have a Raw Tag Team Title Triple Threat match. So we're actually crowning 2 champions on this first episode of Monday Night Raw. The Raw Tag Team Championship match is the Dirty Dogs, the Hurt Business, and the Street Profits And Hurt Business being Cedric and Shelton, just for clarity. And Roderick Strong is next out here as well. I mentioned him a minute ago. He is on Monday Night Raw. Unfortunately, without Diamond Mine, despite his Diamond Mine gear. But maybe as we move on through Universe Mode, we may see Diamond reduced. One thing I do plan to do as well is when the downloaded content is available, I will add them to Universe Mode. So the likes of Omos, Xia Li, they will be added. Rick Boogs be added as and when they are available for download. So yeah, so that's something to look forward to. And I wanted to keep this as kind of real as I possibly could. So that's why I've not included any created people yet. Although Cody Rhodes being at WrestleMania has made me question that somewhat. And he may be added sooner rather than later. Austin Theory out next. So he's the 7th member of the Battle Royal. Looking to make a name for himself here on Universe Mode. And something else I'll just quickly clarify before we run into things here is that I'm actually not playing these matches. I am letting computer take over. So I'm booking the shows, but I'm letting the superstars themselves impress me and let them decide the outcome of matches. So what you see in ring is all computer led. I'm just a booker of these shows. So Austin Theory is out here. I've also got a free agent pool, which includes a lot of the superstars that were released that are on the game that have yet to turn up in AEW or elsewhere. So your likes of Johnny Gargano, John Morrison, they are sat there on the free agent pool, which I may dip into as and when I need. But the 8th member of this match, and rounding off this Battle Royal, is Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior. So a pretty strong lineup and a good opportunity for someone, you know, someone like Ciampa or Strong who are new call-ups from NXT, or you know, your Corbins, your Miz, Sheamus. You've got some real veterans here. Then you've got Riddle, Ricochet, and Theory as well, who are quite new to the main roster. Well, especially in Theory's case, anyway. But we are about to get underway here in this Battle Royal to crown the United States Champion as Sheamus screams to the crowd. The crowd are ready, we're ready, and off we go when we kick off with a dropkick from Roderick Strong on the Miz. We've got Corbin and Theory teeing off, we've got Ricochet and Sheamus, Ciampa and Riddle, and Sheamus has got Ricochet already! Oh, he throws him into the turnbuckle. Thought he was looking for the elimination. Corbin's out! Theory against the ropes, and Theory clotheslines him, and there goes Happy Corbin's opportunity. That lasted all of, 10-15 seconds, and he's out. And Sheamus again throwing Ricochet around. He is flirting with that top rope, as we're all paired off, and we just got Austin Theory stood in the middle, watching on. Oh, a drop kick again by Strong, and Theory jumps in on Strong, and the Miz won't mind sitting out for a little bit, as he is the 7th person. As Sheamus has Ricochet over, oh, missed with the punch, and Ricochet's holding on, but not for much longer, as Sheamus eliminates Ricochet, as we have 2 eliminations. Corbin and Ricochet are gone, and okay, I don't know what Sheamus did there. He seemed to leave the ring and come back in. Strong has Miz against the ropes, but the Miz fights back, and Riddle's against the ropes, but there's no one to capitalise. No. Theory goes after Ciampa now, as you see Ricochet leaving, missing his initial opportunity at the United States Championship, and Theory just dropping Ciampa. Miz has Roderick Strong down. Sheamus and Riddle. Sheamus dragging Riddle. He's looking for the ropes, but the Miz and Roderick Strong are in the way. Ciampa with a clothesline on Theory. Oh, Sheamus after Ciampa there. Theory and Riddle. Because after the Miz seemed to have Roderick Strong in control, but Sheamus was having none of it, and he's got Miz up. And he is going to powerbomb the Miz and eliminates the Miz. And Sheamus has 2 eliminations to his name now. And he has Riddle against the ropes, Sheamus. He has Riddle, but Riddle avoids it, and Sheamus is out. 2 eliminations, and maybe got a bit too big for his boots. Went for a quick fire third elimination on Riddle, but Riddle sidesteps it, and out goes Sheamus, and we are down to 4. Theory, Strong, Riddle, and Ciampa. One of these 4 will be our first champion in Universe mode. Riddle taking down Theory, and we've got Strong. Sorry, Theory on Strong and Riddle on Ciampa. It's Theory powerbomb Strong to the mat. Riddle now has Ciampa. Push him into the corner, but Theory coming to Ciampa's rescue there. And now picks Riddle up. Oh, but Riddle evades it and takes the knee of Theory out. But Ciampa's still in the corner. Roger Strong looking to capitalise, but Ciampa kicks out. And goes for the clothesline. No! And it's the suplex by Strong. Riddle now has Theory against the ropes. Riddle, oh, looks like he's going to suplex Theory over the top rope. And we're down to 3. Riddle eliminates Theory. And we're down to Strong, Ciampa, and Riddle. As Ciampa goes for Riddle, and Strong will just stand to the side and over towards Strong, throws him towards the corner, but Riddle rolling intervenes. Strong taking it to Ciampa. Ciampa gets a reverse in, and now Ciampa again just strikes. It's just a fight at the moment between these two. It's just an all-out fight. No wrestling grapples or holds here. It's just kicks and punches. Ciampa goes to neck breaker, but it was that low blow by Strong. It may not have been quite a low blow, but it was definitely high up on the inside of the leg as Riddle tries to get involved. But Strong has Ciampa up and goes for the gutbuster. Oh, and Riddle's celebrating, and Strong looks to take advantage, but Riddle was wise to it, and now he has Strong up as he heads towards the ropes. Riddle drops Strong on the ropes rather than over. Strong survives. Ciampa's just going to sit and watch. Oh, Riddle and Strong. Again, we have just got strike after strike. Oh, and the kick sends Strong down. And Riddle is not finished with Strong yet. Oh, the Ciampa gets involved. And he's a noise. Things looking for the fairy tale ending, but Riddle, clothesline. And again, Strong at the far side is playing up to the crowd. Strong has Riddle up. Strong. Oh, it's a gutbuster to Riddle. That's gonna cause something. Riddle's up quite quickly there. Ciampa and Riddle now. Riddle has Ciampa. Oh, but Ciampa again reversing, and Strong is taking time out to kind of taunt from the top turnbuckle, which is dangerous in a battle royal scenario. Ciampa has Strong. I haven't seen much attempt of elimination in the past few minutes. Now as Riddle gets Ciampa up and hits the Bro Derek and takes Ciampa out, and now he's after Strong. Oh, takes him down, and Riddle has to be the favourite right now. And Riddle, oh, he got Strong in the corner, but Strong fighting out. Riddle catches Strong and suplexes him. And again, he's not quite finished backing off. Or is he? Riddle but knee to Ciampa. And he's got Strong. He's taken both on at once. And now it's Strong's turn. Oh, Strong is taken down, and Riddle is in control of this match. He has both men where he wants them. And if you're a betting man, Matt Riddle is the odds-on favourite right now. As Strong's against the ropes, a clothesline, and out goes Strong, and we're down to 2. It's Riddle and Ciampa now. Oh, and Riddle has gone for the submission. It's an interesting technique in a battle royal, but I guess you can wear your opponent down. And Riddle has the submission, and Ciampa's tapping. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, if we were down to pinfall submission for the last 2, Riddle would be United States champion. Ciampa taps out, but it doesn't mean a lot. Again, now Riddle throws Ciampa over. Ciampa hangs on, and Riddle, he misses. He missed Ciampa. That was his moment. Ciampa hanging on for dear life. And Riddle missed his chance, and Ciampa, more by luck than judgment, has stayed in. And now Ciampa has Riddle up. He's got Riddle. Riddle's hanging on. Can Riddle hang on, or will Ciampa become the first United States champion? And Riddle does hang on, but he's not back in the ring yet. Ciampa, foot to the throat. Riddle now fighting against the shins, and Matt Riddle survives for now as we go to the centre of the ring, and a suplex by Riddle. And I, for one, I would love to see a match between these two. If we get these two again later on down the line for the US title, as the last two contenders in this battle royal. As Ciampa has Riddle up, is he looking for over the top rope? But Riddle reverses, and now he's got Ciampa. Is he going to look to? He's got him. Oh, but Ciampa's ducked, and he went for the clothesline, but Ciampa ducks, and Tommaso Ciampa is the United States champion. What a way to kick off Universe mode. We have our first champion. It's so Ciampa. Matt Riddle was in control, and Ciampa against the ropes, went for the clothesline. Ciampa ducked, and Riddle misses opportunity. He made Ciampa tap in the match. It doesn't mean anything for a battle royal, but we are going to show you now some action that went on throughout the show. So earlier on in the night as well, we had Becky and Naomi, two of the contenders for that women's match at Money in the Bank. As you can see here, Becky got the submission victory on Naomi. It's actually a pretty quick victory for Becky. I think we're going to see some highlights from the match now, but it was dominance from the first bell to the last bell. Becky here, the manhandle slam early on. I think that's actually a second manhandle slam. I think they are different, despite them being in very similar positions to the ring. Naomi was to kick out the manhandle slam, but it would then transition straight into the disarmer, and Becky Lynch would get a win in quick fashion. And Naomi, this does not look good for her heading in to Money in the Bank. Just to clarify, the Fatal 4-Way is Naomi, Sasha Banks, Carmella, and Becky Lynch. As Becky celebrates her win in front of the crowd. But wait a minute, Sasha Banks was having none of it, and she's not letting Becky have her moment. And Sasha threatening to push for a kick to the knees, and Sasha now has Becky up, and a right hand to the face. Becky's still standing, but not for long. It's a kick as Naomi scuppers off to the back. Sasha now has Becky down. Straight back up again though. We're back into a lock. Becky is not giving up, and again a kick to the knees. And Sasha has Becky, again keeps picking her up. Drags her down, but straight back up again. She wants her on her feet. She can't make her mind up, Sasha Banks, of what to do to Becky, as we are just in a deadlock between these two. Surely the two favourites for that match at Money in the Bank, as Becky drives Sasha to the mat. So we've seen 3 of the participants for Money in the Bank. We've not seen Carmella on this episode. We will see her moving forward. But the Fatal 4-Way match, like I said, these two have to be the favourites. As Sasha taking down Becky. But we move on. As we moved on to tag team action, we had the Mysterios against Los Lotharios. Carrillo getting the submission in on Dominic. And Ray would break up the submission before Dominic could submit. Angel Garza throws Ray out of the ring, and Humberto sees an opportunity, saw Dominic had not yet recovered from the submission, and picks up the win for Los Lotharios. These two teams not involved in the triple threat for the title, but a match that will have some bearing, I'm sure, for the tag team division. This is a triple threat match now. This is a Money in the Bank qualifier between Rhea Ripley, Dana Brooke, and Lacey Evans. Rhea takes Dana out after, and then locks the submission in on Lacey. She just hit a riptide on Lacey, got rid of Dana, and Rhea Ripley forces Lacey Evans to tap as Rhea books her way to Money in the Bank. This is then the men's tag team triple threat match. And we had 2 pins. So the first pin was on Rude, and it skipped by very quickly there. But the first pin was on Rude. That got broken up, but Shelton had hit his finisher on Montez Ford in the meantime, and got the win. So the Hurt Business are the Raw Tag Team Champions. As we head into our main event, very quick paced roundup of the rest of the show there, but we are into the main event, and here is the first man looking to book his ticket to Money in the Bank. It is the Rated R Superstar Edge. Now, and again, you have to remember the winner here gets Brock Lesnar and Money in the Bank. And can you imagine Edge and Brock going at it? With Edge's history of injuries, I feel like Brock could do some serious damage there. So Edge is one option, but this is another option. We have the almighty Bobby Lashley, the head of the Hurt Business, who have just won the Raw Tag Team Championships. And here is Bobby Lashley who wants to have the Hurt Business draped in gold as he heads out. And again, can you imagine Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar going head to head at Money in the Bank? That would be some match. As he heads down here without MVP or the Hurt Business by his side, as kind of managers in multi-man matches. So just quickly, whilst we got some introductions to the ring, I mentioned we had that triple threat match to decide the Money in the Bank women's. We also have another two triple threat matches next week. We've got Io Shirai v Nikki ASH v Dakota Kai. That's one. The winner of that will qualify for the Money in the Bank. The next match, the other qualifier, is Tamina, Liv Morgan and Shayna Baszler. The winner of that will qualify for Money in the Bank. And there was also, on week 3, episode 3, we have a loser's second chance match. So as it's a triple threat match, there will always be one person in the match who is not pinned, therefore did not necessarily lose. So the 3 people of those 3 triple threat matches that weren't pinned will all go into a second chance triple threat on week 3 to qualify for Money in the Bank. And from that first match, we saw Lacey Evans tap out to Rhea Ripley. So that means Dana Brooke is coming back in week 3 to try and qualify for the women's Money in the Bank. But here is AJ Styles now. Can you imagine AJ v Brock? That would be some match. And last but not at all least is Fight Owens Fight, or Stun. Kevin Owens is out to try and become the first WWE champion in Universe mode. But he's got to get through these 3 and then Brock Lesnar to do that. And it's going to take some ask for whoever wins this match. This is only half the job. You think winning a Fatal 4-Way match against these 3 of these opponents would be enough, but no, you've got to go through Brock Lesnar after that. So yeah, just incredible stuff. Let me just tell you also what's coming up next week. We have got some Money in the Bank qualifiers for the men's next week. We have got Ricochet will compete against one of the losers of this match yet to be determined, but Ricochet is in a Money in the Bank qualifier. We have also got The Miz and Randy Orton to qualify next week as well. The winner of that will qualify, and then we will have some more qualifiers in the 3rd week as we move forward. But again, the outcome of this match will determine who may well be in those, as Lashley throws Owens down, and it's Edge and AJ kicking off as well. Lashley is just throwing Kevin Owens around this ring. Neck breaker by AJ on Edge. Edge is straight back up, and Edge now has... AJ has Edge up and drops him on his neck, and just working on the injured neck of Edge as Owens breaks out of the corner against Lashley. But Lashley's still working on Edge as we've basically got 2 singles matches at the moment, as Lashley is just too strong for Owens. Oh, AJ looks a bit dazed there. AJ went to run to the ropes, looked a bit dazed, and maybe should be a bit concerned about that, as Lashley picks Owens up and throws Owens again. Owens is struggling big time. He needs to get some offense, and he drops Lashley down in a double stomp straight to the chest as he gets a little footing on Edge. He's trying to move on to Edge. Lashley's having none of it, and Lashley throwing Owens around. Owens rolls out the ring now, just some breathing space as Lashley celebrates, and you can't blame him. But Edge, though, maybe shouldn't be celebrating in the Fatal 4-Way match, as Edge has Lashley up. Is he going to try and get rid of him out of the ring? Throws Lashley out of the ring as we're down to Edge and AJ again. Too early in the match for one of them to get a decider, as Lashley's back in very quickly anyway. AJ has Edge in the corner and goes for the springboard, but lands on his feet as Edge was rolled out of the way, as Lashley catches AJ, throws him into the corner. And he runs out of the way, and back onto Lashley as Edge and AJ in the corner. Oh, and Lashley throw it in the corner. Edge choking AJ. The ref has way too much on his hands here to know where to look or what to do. The referee is, again, like I say, we seem to have been coupled off here. There's not been much interfighting other than between the two singles as Edge has AJ against the ropes. As Edge is going to dive onto his neck onto the ropes. Owens though, suplex on Edge. Down to Owens and Edge in the ring. Owens again. He's looking for the suplex. No, he's getting Edge up in the electric chair. Turns around for a power bomb. Still no pinfall attempts yet. The referee looking on, waiting for the pinfall. But we've not seen one yet. We're going to see one now though. As Owens turns Edge over. Is this Owens' moment? It's a rope break. Now, I didn't see much rope break there for me, but the referee saw enough to determine a rope break. As AJ and Lashley, you know, it's a very separate, and AJ's just missed the springboard there. And Lashley is focused on one man and one man only, that is Kevin Owens. Here we go now, here's Lashley and AJ. Throws AJ into the corner. But AJ fights out. And Edge fighting back. On the outside, AJ fighting back as Lashley and Edge now just reversing each other. A kick to the face. And AJ now has some offense in on Lashley and takes him down. And now Owens, he's going for the package pile driver. Oh, that's not package pile driver, it's a package. Move on, AJ. He goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Edge breaks it up. Now as Edge has AJ and drops him on his face. I'll go for the pin, but Owens again, another suplex to Edge. Oh, and Edge has taken a lot of damage to that neck today. Fighting back on Owens. Drop kick. Knocks Owens down. We're back to AJ and Edge again. Edge right hand to AJ. And I bet Brock Lesnar is rubbing his hands with delight, knowing that these four are going through a grueling Fatal 4-Way match just weeks before Money in the Bank. As I'll be surprised if we see a Bobby Lashley appearance before Money in the Bank. We know what Lashley's like. But who knows, he may pop out between now and then to confront the winner. Lashley drops AJ and I think he's bust AJ up. And Owens dropping Lashley back of his head. Owens is back up. Edge still working on Lashley. Knocked to the face and AJ is cut open in the corner and he was sitting there for long enough. Owens thought he could take advantage. AJ fights out and Owens now has AJ on his back. Drops him for a spinning net breaker. Lashley gets a pin on Edge. The referee doesn't know what to do. Before the referee can find a place to make a pinfall, Owens breaks it up. Now Owens drops Lashley for DDT. So Lashley rolls out down to Owens and Edge, and we're seeing a lot of two people rolling out at the same time. So we are seeing a lot of singles action in the middle of this ring. Owens suplex on Edge. Now he's going to work on Edge's legs, but Edge not having any of it. Fights back. And Edge with a spear! It's a spear to Owens! And is this the net? 1, 2. No one's getting in, but Owens. I thought that was Edge's moment. Lashley and AJ could not get in the ring quick enough. And now he's going for the sharpshooter on Owens. Looks like a half sharpshooter. Interesting move. AJ breaking it up, not letting Owens have a chance to tap out. But what a moment there for Edge. He had Owens centre of the ring, spear. Other two outside of the ring. That was his moment for the free count. But Kevin Owens, fair play to him. Resilient, kicking out as he now works on the back of Lashley's knee. As Edge headbutts AJ. Owens drops Lashley to the floor. Owens now has Lashley up. Working. Knocks him down. And Edge stomping on AJ in the corner. Owens is top rope. Goes for the frog splash on Lashley. Is he going to get the pin? No. He's gone for a senton. And now he's got Edge drops him on his head with it, and now Owens is in control of this match now as he spins AJ round and drops him on his neck. AJ straight back up there. Edge is staying down. Lashley's outside the ring. Lashley spent a lot of time outside. So back now to Edge and AJ as Owens drops out. Edge throws AJ over the top rope. He's going to drop kick him to the outside, and we are now have no one in the ring as Edge goes outside to follow up on AJ. Right hand. Kick AJ and having none of it. Fights back. we're back and forth with Edge and AJ. Lashley getting to his feet. Owens is still stunned. Stunned, Owens stunned. Has AJ ever kicked to the face? Now it's gone for the cross-arm, and say Lashley broke it up, but you can't tap out outside the ring, I don't think. So I don't think that would have counted, even if AJ. I mean, maybe the better option would have been to let him receive the submission and try and get some damage done. As I think Edge has been bust open by landing on his face on the outside. Lashley has Edge now, throws him back in as AJ and Owens on the outside of a neck breaker. We're down to Lashley and Edge, and I tell you what, the two on the outside need to look. It's a stunner by AJ, and it's the hurt lock on Edge. And AJ hit a stunner on Owens. Edge has a hurt lock on him, but thank God AJ noticed in time, breaks it up, as that could have been Lashley's ticket. I don't know if Edge might have tapped out there. And I mean, and it's a spear by Edge from out of nowhere on Lashley. 1, 2. It's a kick out. That's a second spear Edge has hit and a second kick out. But I want to go back to that stunner by AJ on Kevin Owens. My God, I can't believe I've just seen that. As Edge has Lashley up again. It's a second spear on Lashley. As Owens is pounding AJ's head on the outside. I don't think he's going to get in time. Edge, free. Edge is going to Money in the Bank, where he will face Brock Lesnar for the WWE title at Money in the Bank. Unbelievable stuff there from Edge. What a match that was. He had 2 spears kicked out. It took a third one to get the win. Lashley had the hurt lock on Edge. Thought he was going to get the win there. But it's Edge who prevails. He's got a cut. He's got a bruise. But Edge is going to Money in the Bank. That is episode 1. We'll be back very soon with the first episode from SmackDown. Thank you very much, guys, and see you soon.